Hey everybody, I'm out in my shop today. It's a rainy day. It's actually Memorial Day. Rainy, windy. Got some things on the smoker and different things going on. So no fishing for me today. Did hope to get out for a few hours, but with this rain, I'm just not going to fight it. But it occurred to me that as I'm taking people fishing and guide trips and just friends or whatever, and they see something that I've made for fishing or a technique or just something simple, they ask me to show them how I do it. And of course, I'm glad to do it. One thing that comes to mind is a little slip knot that I put on a line. It's actually a bobber stop, but it's just something I make that I put on there that I use, and I think I'll do a video on how to do that. But today I wanted to do a video out of the ordinary for me, showing how I'm going to attempt to put some eyes on some crappie jigs. I've had the good fortune of meeting a lot of cool people over the years fishing, and lately one is a very well-known crappie fisherman, won national tournaments. Great guy. We've developed somewhat of a friendship so far, and I think we're getting along just fine. So Randy, this is something that you inspired me to do. For years, I've always made my own crappie jigs, paint them and make them for them and everything, and they've always worked well for me. Just simple little crappie jigs. And so when I'm fishing with Randy, I notice he has some jigs. He's a jig fisherman like myself, and nothing all that special about what he's doing, but he catches a lot of fish. And I noticed that the jig head he uses, they all have little eyes on them. They have an eye on the jig head. Something I've never, well, I shouldn't say never, tried to put on there. I just haven't, because I tried with the marker and it just didn't look good, and they were tedious. It was tedious to do, so I just didn't do it. But I've come up with a way that I think is quick and does a good job. So I want to share that with you today. I hope you pick up something from this, and plan on doing a few more videos of things people have asked me to share with them how I do it. So let's get going with this. So first of all, forgive my mess. On my bench here, I've got several different projects going, and I'm unfortunately one not to clean up after myself the way I should, put things back where they belong. But anyway, what you see here is just a little index card and a few drops of black paint. And what I've come up with is a way to put the eyes on the jig that's quick, simple, and looks good to me. So what I'll do is just spread out this drop of paint to a nice thin layer. Now, trying to hold a camera and do this and talk and all, not the most natural thing for me. So there, it's just a drop of paint. The type of paint doesn't matter. This is actually a paint that you can put through an airbrush. But just a nice, smooth, even spreading of paint. And now, just drop that jig head right on there, down and up, down and up. And I think that's as good an eye as you'll ever see on a jig head. Let's do another one. Just touch it, flip it over, and touch it. Now, how to control the size of the eye. The thinner this layer of paint, the smaller that eye is going to be. So here, let's pick up one of these tiny jigs. This is a 1/32 ounce jig. And right here where the paint is very thin, just touch it down on that. There you go. Eyes on the jig. So here what I've done, I've taken some yellow paint and with a thick layer. Made a pretty large eye on these black jigs. And now I'm attempting to put a pupil, a black pupil inside that yellow dot. So here's how I'm doing that. The first one was a success. Let's go for another one. So on my drying rack, I had these hanging, the jigs. I'm going to hit it with my heat gun just a second to make sure that's fairly dry. Bubbled up there. That's okay. And now, with that black thin paint, just touch it. To me, that's acceptable. That'll work. Well, thanks so much for watching the video, how to put eyes on a jig head. I think they turned out pretty good. I'm looking forward to getting them out on the water and seeing if I can catch a crappie with them. Certainly that's not the only way to put eyes on a jig head, probably and certainly not the best way to do it, but it's a way that works for me. I hope you found it useful and can put it to work for you too. Have a great day.